Tesla AI is like I said, it's like I'm not even sure who's second, frankly.
Why is that? What are people not understanding about what you have, and why are we talking so much about ChatGPT and generative AI at OpenAI and what Microsoft's going to be able to do with it, and not about Tesla?
I don't know. I mean, people do talk about it online. I think Tesla will have sort of a ChatGPT moment. Maybe if not this year, I'd say no later than next year.
Wait, say that again. I'm sorry. You're going to have a
sort of ChatGPT moment.
Oh, you will. In terms of suddenly it will.
Yeah, suddenly 3 million cars will be able to drive themselves with no one.
Right. It goes back to that. Right.
Yeah, and then 5 million cars, and then 10 million cars.
But an acceleration in growth. For example, Tesla is going through a lull right now related to the cycle. But when autonomous taxi networks, platforms kick in, as we think they will within the next 2 years, I will say, then what we're talking about with Tesla is a reacceleration in growth and a huge increase in margins, because robo-taxi platforms are SaaS models, software as a service models. We have a lot of stories like that in our portfolio, and they are highly misunderstood.
Yeah, truly. And a company that feels like some are starting to understand it less lately, Kathy, is, of course, Tesla. It's not performing, and it feels like everybody everywhere is going after Elon Musk all the time. It is your second biggest holding. Are you holding on, and how should investors view Tesla right now?
Yes, well, we report our trades every day, and you will see that we have been buying Tesla. There is so much negative psychology in the stock right now around electric vehicles themselves, which we think is misplaced. We think electric vehicles are going to continue to gain share and really take over the market in the next 5 years. EVs, we think, will be the bulk of the market in the next 5 years. So, and then beyond that, robo-taxis are going to change the landscape entirely. So our target price, published target price, which is going to change, is roughly $2,000. The stock is a little below $200. So we're talking about a 10x in our base case, and that's not even our bull case.
Uber, Bitcoin, self-driving cars. Combine those three together, and you have the self-owning taxi. A car that is a corporation that owns itself, pays for the car lease, the car insurance, and the gasoline from the revenues it makes, giving passengers a ride, and there's not a single human involved in that matter.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And you know I come back with that video just to make you think.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And make sure you're joining the Patrons. If you're not a part of the Patrons, make sure you're hitting the cash out. And we know Elon Musk is pushing a fourth industrial revolution fast forward. Robots, driverless cars, Starlinks, or Neuralink. And that's the reason why Kathy Woods is investing in Tesla. Because she knows the go. Driverless cars with not a human involved. And just like Klaus stated, in 5 years, there will be few private ownership. And remember, now the machines have money. So the robots, algorithms, and drones taking the economy over, paying each other with crypto, and the sheep going inside the metaverse. And that's the reason why gaming is going to be so important. And one of those big players is going to be Roblox, because they're setting up the metaverse, tokenization, buying virtual goods, and like he stated, they're using AI. And Roblox is targeting Gen Z. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. And guys, overall, crypto has taken a beating so far this year. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Chainlink have done okay. But if we look at the stock market, we can see the same pattern. We're just starting to see reallocations in the stock market. And a little bit of liquidity that we do have in crypto is mostly going to Bitcoin and Ethereum. And I definitely still see another good pullback at the end of the month. And we have Jerome in the house on the 20th of March. He doesn't say he's going to be lowering rates. Stocks will get another pullback. But in crypto, guys, we know the halving, and we know the media is going to be back on crypto, constantly talking about the halving. But every pump that Bitcoin had, we could see the Fed right behind it. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And guys, we know we're in Babylon 2.0. We see betting is taking over. And we know once the people get free money, airdrop to them sitting at home doing nothing, the United States is going to be a big casino. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows. When it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. You have a wonderful day.
Great device. Want to call out in Q4 also our new partners, Sony as well as Meta. We introduced the PlayStation and the Meta Quest. And a part of our vision there is all of that content that we have on Roblox runs on those two devices. Apple Vision Pro is another amazing device, both for virtual reality as well as mixed reality and augmented. And so we're looking at that device, and of course we'll be on it someday too.
Is that something that's on your roadmap for this year? Do you say that that's going to be a big market? It's too small a market because it's a pro device at a very expensive price point? How do you think about that?
I won't share when we would expect to release on that. And as our community knows, there's a set of other devices along with Vision Pro that makes sense for Roblox. But over time, we really have this vision of being on all devices, phone, tablets, computers, and bringing people together across all of them.
Dave, finally, safety and AI. I think everybody's worried about it. We're obviously seeing deep fakes, the ability to write things automatically. What are you doing on your end of it, and how are you using AI?
Hey, but we've been really doing AI at Roblox behind the scenes for 4 years on text, on moderation, and now on voice as well. We arguably have one of the largest real-time voice safety systems all running on Roblox AI. Our AI platform powers real-time translation on text that we just introduced on Monday. That vision of people around the world of different languages coming together, and it's going to power future things, automatic avatar creation, and ultimately, if you or I wanted to make a virtual George Washington, we'd be able to do that. So we've been doing it for 4 years. We have a great platform, and we continue to leverage it.
Take a look at crypto year to date, and we are just barely in the green. But another thing I point out is that it's mainly a Bitcoin story. We got Chainlink up about 19%, but for the most part, outside of crypto, inside of crypto, when you have Bitcoin and Ethereum and a couple others, the rest is in the red for the year.
What is DraftKings going to see?
I mean, we're in a quiet period, so I can't talk about numbers, but Super Bowl is always the biggest betting event of the year for us. It's also the biggest event for us to acquire customers, to activate customers. It's Super Bowl, so it's our Super Bowl too. It's the big day of the year, and we view it as a moment where it really gives us the biggest opportunity to engage with our customers. And I think that all the different types of bets that we were just talking about, it's the only real event where people do that kind of stuff. So there's just so many cool elements to the Super Bowl, and it'll be interesting to see what happens this year. A lot of money on the Chiefs this time. I wonder if that'll change. Probably not. I think it's going to stay on the Chiefs, so we'll see what happens.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every
private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing, they were still getting that free money. What are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.